Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, very good Wednesday morning to all our viewers and welcome to Primetime Sunrise, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst Center here in Colombo. I'm Joel Outskun. We start off with a look at the headline-making stories this morning. 20th Amendment to the Constitution gazetted. Deputy Minister Harsha De Silva says that there will be a massive-scale development in the country in the coming months. Rains forecasted over many areas in the island. And in international news, Deep's President Mohamed Morsi sentenced to death by an Egyptian court. Let's now take a look at the stories in detail. On our top story this morning, the 20th Amendment to the Constitution was gazetted last night. The government press said that it will be published as a supplementary gazette.
Government press confirmed the printing of the English copy was concluded last night, while the printing of the Sinhala and Tamil copies commenced this morning. The cabinet recently approved the new electoral system comprising of 237 parliamentary seats. Under the new electoral system, the preferential voting system will be completely abolished. Under the new system, the parliamentarians will be elected under the first-past-the-post system and the proportional representation system.
The distribution of mail has been hampered owing to stocks of registered posts piling up at the central mail exchange point. Thereby, the general public has been severely inconvenienced owing to a number of essential mail such as examination details, interview details and other important events sent out by institutions not being delivered on time. Well, we at News First inquired from Postmaster General Rohan Abhiratna in this regard.
It
is true that there's a delay in the post and post plying up in the central post exchange. Two main aspects are affecting this situation. One reason being that a number of registered posts are generated during this time frame, and the other reason being that we lack the staff for the needed services. However, we have put in place a number of mechanisms to rectify this situation. One mechanism in place is that we try our best to transfer mails directly to the respective postal offices instead of needing to go through the central post office. Further, we will be making room for officers to engage in employment on Sunday. Deputy Minister of Policy, Planning and Economic Development Harsha De Silva says that he expects that the country to undergo a huge development process in the next few months. Some say it's all talk and no work. They say all development work has come to a halt and the roads in villages are not being constructed. The reality is completely different. Many things are happening. If you consider the work that has been done, we have done a lot of work more than talking. In addition to this minor development work, we have commenced large-scale development projects. We have recommenced those projects that were stopped halfway. We expect to launch a huge development program within the next few months. We expect to filter our development from corruption and continue forward. Meanwhile, the Minister of Power and Energy, Palitha Rangi Bandara, says that all politicians must be committed for the benefit of the public. The minister made this observation while attending a function in Puntland.
The foundation stone of the new sports ground of the Ananda National School, Puttalam, was laid under the auspices of Minister Palitha Rangi Bandara. Defeated President Mahinda Rajapaksa is playing hide-and-seek these days. He gets on to various political platforms. His supporters hold various meetings and try to attract the people. The defeated president goes to these meetings in his vehicles and plays the role of a turtle. All public representatives and the politicians must work together for the benefit of the public, as these positions will not last forever.
Well, seems like the weather is changing today, and the Department of Meteorology noted that there will be cloudy skies with showers at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces and in the Gaul and Mathura districts. Well, we at News First contacted the Department of Meteorology for a comprehensive report in this regard.
There will be cloudy skies with showers at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces and in the Gaul and Mathura district. Thunder showers can be developed at a few places in the eastern and Nuba provinces during the afternoon or evening. Strong southwesterly winds can be expected over the country and surrounding sea areas at times, and especially during the showers. I am Nimal Bandara Ekanayaka, Deputy Meteorologist.
4 suspects that attempted to exhume a body of a young girl in Gambiriswaba, Palugolav area in Anuradhapura have been taken into custody. The suspects had attempted to exhume the body of a 20-year-old youth who committed suicide on the 11th owing to a family dispute. According to the police, the arrested individuals are between the ages of 18, 20, 22 and 28. The suspects had attempted to exhume the body after attempting to break open the concrete layer placed over the grave. Investigations point out that a pair of earrings have been removed from the body. The suspects are due to be produced before the Anuradhapura Magistrates Court. Still in local news this morning, the National Association of Tea Smallholders Union called on a media briefing in Mathura.
දැන් මේ වෙනකොට මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන මහතාගේ යහපාලන ආණ්ඩුව යටතේ
Even today, the small tea holders are faced by the same problems as before under the regime of President Maitripala Sirisena. We request for a fair price of tea leaves, fertilizer with a standard quality, replacement of 6% to 5% of replantation cost, and the use of the 13 rupee cess tax for the benefit of the tea industry. We also want the government to put a stop to the dust tea industry, which has been carried out under the sponsorship of high-profile politicians. These have been our requests from governments for many years. In a market where tea is sold for millions of dollars, the small tea manufacturer of this country gets just 500 rupees for a kilogram of tea. This amount can be easily increased. Therefore, we are ready to continue our struggle. Starting off sports news here at home, it's cricket. Sri Lanka and Pakistan prepared yesterday for the first test match in Galle, Sri Lanka that starts today. A 7th bilateral series in 7 years, Sri Lanka and Pakistan probably know each other better than any other pair of cricketing nations. That means few surprises in store as Pakistan seek their first test win in 7 years. The last 3 series have finished 2-0, 1-0 and 2-0. Both teams are in transition. The peerless Kumar Sangakkara is likely to play only the first 2 tests before retiring, and there is a more settled appearance to a Pakistan lineup that is starting to show good form. 3 tests, 5 ODIs and 2 T20s. They start today, the 17th of June, and finish on the 1st of August.